Oh my gosh, you don't
Right.
understand how excited I am. I worked on that intro for a couple of days and I was like, God, is it right? Is this right? I feel so good now.
I
It
love it.
cleared. Oh my gosh, I'm super
Like
excited.
Oprah, like I feel like I'm on the Oprah show or something. Like I love
Listen,
that intro.
listen, hey, we one day at a time, sweet Jesus. You know what I'm saying? So listen, I'm so excited to have this special guest. I'm just gonna run down our little special little announcements and then we're gonna get into this session because I want to make sure I respect this young lady's time. And but I want to make sure we get everything that we can get out of this amazing opportunity to share her story, share her vision, share where she's at and how we can tag along and join the ride. Yay! So, yeah, welcome to the dumping ground. We're here, we're live, and we're super excited for each and every person who takes this journey with us. As you guys can see, we kind of switched up the platform, which, hey, that's the part of being your own entrepreneur, your own owner, everything, right? You have the ability to switch things up and do things a little different. So now our platform is geared towards Testimony Tuesday, where people can come on this show and talk about their journey, talk about their wins or losses, and how we can connect. And as people, things that we go through in life, a safe space where they can just let it all out and we can connect and partner up and build each other back up again. So that's the purpose of this show. And of course, if you would like to have your opportunity to share your story with us, you can reach out to us. We're on all social platforms and you can reach out to us and we will make sure we connect with you and get you all geared up to get you aired for shows to share your story, to share your dream, your vision, and whatever you have so we can support you. Hashtag that was the news. So today, right? We're all about celebrating our wins, right? Our goal this year is progress, not perfection. That's by Kimberly Snyder, right? And again, that's for myself, for me, because I have a spirit of trying to be perfect and I won't launch things until it's perfect, as you just heard in the background screen room. Krystal, I worked on that and I was like, it's not perfect, right? My husband's like, you need to chill out, right? So
Yep.
I'm still working through the pieces of trying to be perfect and everything look perfect and it's not about perfection. So I'm speaking to Makisha. So every time I say that quote, it's for me to dig in, to prophesy to myself, say, it's progression, not perfection. So we
Amen.
have this amazing guest. I'm going to get into this. Miss Krystal Brown, she's the president and the founder of Next Stage. Also, she just got promoted on the day job in the corporate world. She's a corporate girly too, right? And the best part is she got that M-I cricket letter I, cricket letter I, hump, in her blood. I love it so much. But I truly admire her ambition. I admire her how she go about doing things and how she imparts in others. I'm just super excited to have Miss Krystal Brown on the platform tonight. Shout out to Miss Krystal Brown.
I'm here, y'all. I'm here.
So, Miss Krystal, tell us about some of your wins. We like I'm about celebrate your wins. That's our mantra. That's what we eat, breathe, and sleep. So tell us a win that we can join in and celebrate with you. Besides your promotion, I'm sorry because I just built
I'm
up.
good. I mean, that was the one I was going to lead
I'm
with.
sorry. I had to get it, friend. I had to get you. I had to get you.
No, I mean, and you said something when you said, it's always got to be perfect and you try to get perfect. And I'm the same way. And I have to remind myself because every day I'm like, I'm not doing enough. Why am I not doing enough? I used to do much more 10 years ago, or I used to get all this done. And I'm so hard on myself. And I forget a lot of times to really stop and look at the fact that, because I do know that this is fact, but it just doesn't feel like it. The fact is that I likely do more in one day than most people do in an entire month. And I mean, but again, for me, it's like that's not enough. I need more. So wins, celebrate my wins. the promotion. That was definitely a win for me. Very, very excited about that. And I guess it's been 4 years ago, I started the nonprofit Next Stage Customs. That was an idea that I had in 2016, uh, partially because of my situation. I was a single mother, teen mother, because I had my daughter at 18. My uncle told me I was going to be a statistic. So I decided to prove him right, just in a different way. So I finished school on time. I got my MBA. I have 3 certifications. And as you know, I'm promoted at my day job. And then I started this nonprofit so that I can help others do the same thing and understand that just because they may take a step off the beaten path or a different direction, it doesn't mean that you can't get back on your path or create a new one. So that was kind of the focus of Next Stage. And that's what we do is we provide scholarship opportunities to students like that to help them along their way. So that was a huge win for me, right? Because in 2016, when I had that idea, people were like, "Oh, you got to pay all this money, and you got to get lawyers involved, and running a nonprofit is hard, and this, that, and the third. Starting a nonprofit is even harder." And I mean, they weren't wrong. It's not easy, but it's not because of what they said. Like I started it myself during the pandemic with my computer and being able to read and write and everything else. So it wasn't as difficult as people told me. But had I listened to them, I wouldn't have done it. And I'm glad that I have that spirit in me because as I told you, when I was 18, my uncle told me I was going to be a statistic. So again, don't listen to people and what they tell you you can't do. Use it, feed on it to help motivate you to push yourself through. So that's kind of that is what I do. And so those are a couple wins there.
Listen, you have more certifications than I. Listen, there's just you are a student of forever educating yourself, and I admire that. You and Shelly, you guys are notorious about forever evolving and educating yourself. I literally had to like leech on because y'all are the queens of I got to keep, and it's not about a competition. It's
Right.
not about you trying to be, it's all about you building yourself up, right? And you learning to be better. You going from glory to glory. You're not staying the same, you forever evolving. And that's so the first time I met you, I think we were on some training at work, and somebody said something, and we were talking about Mississippi, and you was like Tupelo, Mississippi, and from
Yeah.
that moment, and from that moment, I was like, who is this Krystal Brown lady? I'm like, she has to be my friend. Like, she's
And
from
I'm
Tupelo,
so glad we
Mississippi.
are.
She is 45 minutes from where I was born and raised. Like, nobody knows Tupelo, Mississippi. Like, you really gotta be like in Mississippi to know Tupelo, Mississippi. I was like,
You
oh,
do.
this is something that can make shake. But once I got to know you and how smart you are. Literally, we had a meeting today at corporate, and somebody mentioned your name. I said, wow, it is so amazing that when you create a brand for yourself and you're not even in the room and your name is mentioned, and it just aroma just goes into the entire room. And that's what happened today with you, and I just knew it. I just bust out laughing. I was like, okay, I'm okay, God, thank you. I don't need no more. I don't need any more signs to know that I need to talk to Krystal. Okay, like this is fine. I mean, she's already going to be talking tonight. Like this is just like solidified. I mean, I get it. I'm on point. I get you. And it was just so cool. They were like Krystal Brown, and I was like, man, that is so amazing. Like you built this brand, and that brand is just resonate throughout the corporate world. And so, how did you like what? How did that start for you? Like, explain that to me.
The corporate world, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the corporate world has been a true journey for me. True journey because I mean again it was definitely ebbs and flows. When I started out after I graduated from Jackson State University, I started out as an administrative assistant, and that was not what I wanted. And I was just like, I didn't go to school to be somebody's admin and pour coffee, right? Did not want that. But I didn't let that stop me. I used it to get my foot in the door at some great corporations, namely Singular Wireless at the time, now AT&T, and I used it to get my foot in the door and begin networking, right? And so then that journey just continued. Once I started networking and meeting people and getting it out there that I have a degree in finance, I got into finance, right? And I did finance, and I kind of stayed level for some years. And I wanted so badly to grow and to take another step up, but I just couldn't get the chance. It just, I don't know. It was, the opportunity wasn't there. And then I started working at this company called Market Source. And, then they hired somebody that was a friend of the CFO. And so then they promoted her over me, and then I had to train her. And, then I kind of got discouraged and didn't want to do that anymore. And then I started doing basketball refereeing as a side hobby, right? But then I started focusing more on it than on the corporate job because I was seeing more success from that. And I'm a person that I need to see the success. I need to feel the wins. I'm not a person that can wait 20 years before I feel it. I don't know. I guess that's the millennial in me. Um, yeah, I don't know. But if I don't see it, then I'm on to something else. And so I did basketball for about 10 years, and I made it to not the highest level, but I made it higher than I ever thought I would. And like I did 2 Georgia high school state championships. I refereed mid-major D1 basketball, and it was great. And then I kind of got tired of being on the road. I got tired of traveling a lot. So then I said, okay. And during this time, I had like 3 layoffs. So I was unemployed like 3 times. Never did I miss a paycheck because you know what? Basketball kept me floating. So I had my mortgage paid, I had my car payment paid, and my daughter was fed, everything. But long story short, when I got to the point where I was tired of traveling and I wanted to give up basketball, I refocused on corporate America again. Now, when I did that, during the time that I was unemployed, one of the times I finished my MBA because I had played around with it for years. I started when I graduated college, and then I was like, I don't need it. I don't want to do it. And then I went back another time. I was like, oh, stats is too hard. I don't want to do it. And then when I was unemployed, I realized that I was having to take jobs that people would offer me. I wasn't, I didn't have the qualifications and the skill set to command what I wanted. I was
Yes.
praying for somebody to take me or to offer me a job. And
Yeah.
so I didn't want to be in that position anymore. I never wanted to be in the position where I had to ask somebody or beg somebody or pray for somebody to think that I'm enough. So I
Yeah.
finished that master's degree, and then that did a lot for me. So one of the his name is Anthony Watkins. So maybe he's
I
watching.
know. I remember Anthony. Yes.
So I used to work with Anthony at Market Source, and he found his way to LexisNexis. And
Mm-hmm.
then he called me. He says, "Hey, KB, I saw that you were on a job hiatus right now. I got a position that would be perfect for you." Didn't report to him, but it was in his, in his group. So
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "But I'm on a life break. I'm on a life vacation." And he was like, "Come on." And I told him, I said, "I don't want to do finance anymore." He's like, "Bird in the hand versus two in the bush." So I said,
Right.
"Okay, fine." So I went ahead and applied. They hired me, and I got hired as a senior financial analyst. And that was the first time that I had a senior title. That was the first time that I had grown and that had gotten above, where I had been for many, many years. And again, I think it was truly the MBA. I think that it really was that did it for me. And I came to Lexis, and I started in the senior financial analyst role. Still didn't love finance though. But I was like, okay, but I got a job. I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw this position because I was looking for a friend in Mississippi. She wanted a job, so I was looking for her a job. And then I happened to see this project manager job that was a remote position. I was like, I wanted to be a project manager so badly. And I had started like taking some online courses, but
Yes.
serious. So I
Right.
just applied for it. I was just like, whatever, I'm gonna throw my hat in. I probably won't get it, but whatever. I got it. If that wasn't God, I don't know who it was,
Yes.
because I didn't have any traditional project management experience. But at the time, my boss told me, she said, I wanted somebody that knew how to manage chaos. You
Mm.
were a single mother who was refereeing and working a full time corporate job. So I knew that was you.
Oh man.
Yeah. And I was grateful for that. So that kind of started it for me, because once I got into that project manager role, I became customer facing. And I, started working with the sales teams and working and let me take you back though. Let me bridge something together for you. Remember I told you that first job as an admin that I had that I didn't want because I didn't want to pour anybody's.
Yes, yes.
When I became a project manager, it was the same thing, except I had a better title and more pay. I was still organizing meetings, scheduling meetings, tracking people down to make sure they were doing what they needed to do. I was doing the same things as a project manager
Wow.
that essentially I was doing as an admin. I just had a better title and more money. So a young man asked me when I was in Chicago for a event. I was there for a corporate event a couple weeks ago, and he was an African American young man, and he grabbed me. He said, "Sis, I just had to tell you that I am so proud of you." I was like, "You don't even know me. What you mean?" But he was like, "You're a black woman in tech, and you don't see that a lot." He said,
Mhm.
"I don't see that a lot." He said, "So I'm gonna ask you a question." He said, "Did you always see yourself in tech?" And I said, "No, I kind of fell into it."
Mm.
Says, "Well, do you regret any of the steps that you took to get here?" I said, "No." I said, "Because as much as take for instance that admin job, as much as I didn't want that or I thought it was beneath me because I had a degree, what
Right.
I realize now being in the position that I'm in is that I had to do those jobs to build me up and to build a solid foundation to get me where I am now so that I could really appreciate it. And if God forbid I ever fall, I'm gonna be okay because you know what? I know how to climb every rung in that ladder because I did it before and I'll do it again." So nothing was given to me. I earned my way and I took every step, every step. And that's what I told them. I said, so you have to learn to deal and appreciate the positions that you're in as much as you may not want to, as much as you may feel like they're beneath you. God is teaching you something along the way.
Girl, so this is I'm telling you, everything is so strategic the way you think that you're in control of things, but God really is so strategic how he does things. Because sometimes you feel like you said, man, I should be, like you said in the beginning, 10 years from now, 10 years prior, man, you were getting it. You were doing things twice as fast, twice as much, right? Now you feel like I should be certain places, I should be this and stuff. But no, God used every skill set from the least thing that you didn't like to build you up to where you at. It's crazy. It's so crazy. It's just so crazy. It's like a full circle
Yes.
of life. How is we cannot. I was just telling a young lady today. With us, we want to skip steps so much.
Yep.
We want to go from A to Z. I don't want to hit CD. I don't care. You want the finished product, but that's not how God works, right?
No.
He's not gonna. To me, it reminds me of this. He'll show you the end product. You'll be like, "Oh my God, this is amazing! I want it. I want it." But to get to the end product, it's a process, right?
You got
We
to put
don't
it.
want that process. We don't want that process. We just want the end product. He'll
Yeah,
give you a glimpse of the end product, but you still have to go through the admin roles, all the roles that you didn't do, even in the refereeing. That's discipline.
it
That
is.
is strategic, like strategic putting plays together for your team. That's project managing right
It
there.
is. And when I refereed, because before I refereed, let's go back to my 20s when I was in
Yes.
the admin role. I was I was the type of person that I had a temperament where I came back at you the way you came at me.
Mm.
So and it really didn't matter who you were. So being a referee, I couldn't do that because I'm in front of people. I'm in front of a lot of people. I'm in front of cameras. So when coaches would yell at me and curse me out and players would yell at me and curse me, I had to learn how to use the tools in my tool belt, but I had to maintain my composure when I did that, right? So that refereeing and I had to make decisions in 3.4 seconds. That's how I had to make those decisions, those split second decisions. So all of those things helped me in my corporate job as well. I didn't realize it at the time, but when I came back to and really focused on corporate, I was much more chilled. I'm like, yeah, you can come at me however you like. I don't care because you know what? I now know how to handle it. And
That's
in the maturity and the growth that I experienced throughout all of that was extremely important. So yeah, it's just yeah. And then when I started here, it just was, yes, I work harder than most people. I catch on pretty fast and I put it together. And I'm a very, for better or for worse, like when you said they were talking about me in the room, I'm sitting here thinking, I hope it was good.
Yeah, it's good. It was real good.
Because you
I
never know.
was sis, I was so proud. I was like, man, it just, but it just goes to show you, when you work on your brand, and God will, and it's not even about, again, it's not even about competition, right? It's just, you have an assignment, you have a purpose, you know your assignment, you know your purpose, and you're going to show up to do your assignment and your purpose, and it's not about anyone else. This is my lane, I'm running my lane, I'm showing up representing who I'm supposed to represent. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And when, and it just melted my heart, because, and it wasn't from one of us, right? It was from another different nationality,
Yeah.
and it was just so dope that the whole room was like, oh yeah, 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 yeah. I was like, this is so, yes. I was so it made me feel like, oh my God, like literally, this is an honorable moment to give her flowers, to let her know, man, God is putting your name in places, and places and rooms you haven't even entered, and it's transforming the room, and you're not even there. You're not even present. You know what I'm saying? But the weight of your name, and the process, and all the work that you have done, and the excellence that you brought to it, and the all of that stuff, and God, that He just created that, all that ball, and He just pushing it into rooms, because I was, again, it was from, sales is a male dominant
Yeah.
industry, right? They're
Absolutely.
not about to be giving us, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
it was just amazing to me. So I want you to be encouraged to understand, it's like Shelly said, it's favor on your life, and you show up and do excellence, and God just does His piece to it, and you just show up, and you don't even have to do much. You know how some people got to do songs and dance and tricks
Yeah.
and all this. You know what I'm saying?
And
You
that's why.
don't have to do that, right? Because your brand has, God favor has already been stamped and sealed on you, and it's just your name. Your name just hold weights now. And everybody was like, "Oh, that's who I need to go talk to. Oh, that's who I need to go talk to." I was like, "Oh my God. I wish you was a fly on the wall to hear." To hear. So I want you to be encouraged. I know you said you had a hard week this week, you know what I'm saying? And but you just know that God is still working on your behalf.
Yeah.
He's taking every lesson, every up, down, middle, ugly, and it's working for your good, right? Because you represent Him. When you go into these rooms, when you go to these tech companies, you go to all these places, yeah, you may have a name as of a resource, but you're connected to the source. You get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
So you're going in a different type of, you're showing up in a different persona versus someone else. You get what I'm saying? So you stay encouraged. This is for you to encourage others, but this is also for me to encourage you to know, because that, you think that was a coincidental moment?
No, no. I needed to, like I told you, it's only Tuesday, but it's been a good week.
Yes.
And so yes, hearing that from you, yes, I needed that. And that is nobody but God. So yes, thank you for
Yes.
sharing all of that.
Yes. So you have a purpose, and the thing is, promotion comes from God. Can't The thing about this is what I love about God. Can no devil in hell take away what He has created and designed for you? They don't have the power to, right?
That's
So
right.
He created that position for you, right?
That's right.
That means He has faith in you that you're going to show up and represent Him. The good, the bad, the ugly, it's all going to turn around for your good,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Because can no devil in hell stop what He has for you, right?
That's
You started that when you was an admin, right?
right.
He Before then, when you said your uncle said, "Oh, you're going to be a statistic." Guess what? You are a statistic, but look at the statistic that you are creating. You're not creating a negative statistic. You're creating the positive statistic that's changing the world.
That's right. That's right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So our pastor was talking about this week the power of your tongue, the power of your words, because there's life and death in your words, right? So
absolutely.
you took those words and you flipped it, and it's vibrating in the earth and resounding in the earth when you show up, because you're representing. You're
Yeah.
not representing Crystal. You're representing the source. You get what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
Hmm.
So when you go into these rooms, don't you hold your you go in with
Yep.
the authority of heaven. You got the whole heaven gates
That's right.
walking with you. So no matter what the situation is, whatever your week, by Friday you're gonna call me and say, "Friend, this my week didn't got better."
That's
Because
right.
you're gonna switch the lenses, right? You're gonna switch the lenses to see that it's working together for my good, no matter what. It's working together. That's what you got to keep saying. God, you working this out for my good. Hey, it is what it is, but you working it out for my good. I'm sorry, I know how we got here, but yeah.
Like you said, those are the things that you talk about, right? Because things don't always go your way, and
Yes.
it's not always up. Sometimes it's down. And how do you make
Yes.
it through? And how do you stay the course and stay in your purpose, right?
Yes.
And my purpose is, number one, to serve Him, but also
Yes.
to be myself, be my true authentic
Yes.
self, no matter where
Yes.
I am or who I'm around.
Yes.
And that's why I said that can come with good or bad. Like you said, like when you said they were talking good about me in the room, great. I'm happy to hear it. But like sometimes I know, because I am dominant, and I
Mm-hmm.
am outspoken, and I am a powerful being, and I'm not going to allow anybody to change that about me, right? I have
Mm-hmm.
learned how to hone it, and direct it and guide it and put it into this powerful package. I have learned that, and I'm thankful to God for that.
Yeah.
I'm going to be me, right? I'm going to be me. And sometimes it's not going to rub everybody the right way, and that's okay. That's okay, because I gotta be me. But the me is, you'll never say that, oh, I disrespected anybody. You'll never say anything like when they say, well, why don't you like her? They'll never be able to say that I did anything wrong, or that I disrespected anybody or anything like that. It's just gonna be, well, I don't like her personality. I'm dominant. I'm not for everybody. I'm not everybody's taste. And
Mm-hmm.
that's okay.
And that's okay.
That's
And,
okay.
and you remind me of Shelly's my mentor. You remind me of Shelly. She's not changing. She's not changing who she is, because she knows who she is, and she knows what she represents, and she knows the God in her, what she has to offer. She ain't changing. She's
Right.
not changing to fit into your mold.
Mm-mm.
This is authentic me. You
Yep.
know how everybody be like the imposter syndrome, the imposters. Girl, Shelly would tell you, honey, I don't have time for no imposter nothing. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
This is who you get. This is what you got. And when I said since I've met her, she has been the same.
Yes. Yeah.
She is. She. I have learned so much from this lady. I'm like, girl, like you make me feel like I'm a lion. When I walk in the room, I'm like, bro, I feel like I'm a lion. You know what I'm saying? So it feels so good to like not have to. I'm not code switching for anyone.
No.
Like I don't. I feel like at this point, if you don't get it, you don't get it. Right? I'm
No.
sorry. I'm only way I'm changing is the Holy Spirit said, Makisha, hey, back it up. Ease
Exactly.
down. Ease on down that street, Then
Mhm.
I'm gonna come in a little different. But
Yeah.
changing the person that he has created me to represent, to be his representative, and
Mhm.
I ain't got to be preaching Jesus, 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 Jesus. No. Right? But
Right.
you will see the light in me, and I'm not dimming my light
No.
because you want to have your light dark. No, bro. I'm
No.
going. You know what's going to happen? I'm going to kick that light up. You remember the remote control where you now got these your ceiling fans? Yeah, your ceiling fans. You have the remote control. You can turn that thing up, right, bro? I'm about to. Hey, you mad?
Let it shine. You
Let
gotta let it shine. He
hey
gave it to you for a reason.
go talk to the person who created me, baby. I'm
Yep.
sorry. I'm not no longer gonna be who he made me to be, right? My sales team laugh at me because they say, and you should know, I am the GIF queen. Okay, I'm not millennium. I don't even know where it came from. I'm not creative. Listen, I know where my gifts lie, but GIFs, I can speak in some GIFs, baby. I don't know how you say it, GIFs, gifts, whatever.
I don't know the right way either. I know what you're talking about, though. I know what you're talking about.
They know I am going to speak GIFs. I'm not going to stop it. That my family know, everybody know. That's just I got to be me. They laugh when I don't send a GIF. They're like, "Wait, something's wrong with MC because she didn't send a GIF." Be like, "Man, I forgot. I just hit that email too fast. I didn't get it." But it's just who I am. I'm gonna bring joy to wherever I go. We're gonna laugh,
Yep.
right? I'm sorry. I'm not going to be in a place for 10 hours and we everybody stuffed up. Not happening. You
Right.
get, don't sign me up if that's what you want, because that's not what I'm going to bring. We're going to laugh. We're going to have a good time, right? We're going to get our stuff done. But in the meantime, when you get down to the get down, you're going to have some abs, period. You know I'm not lying. You're going to have some abs,
Yes, I
right?
know.
Because that's my gift, right? That's my gift, to bring joy, to be the light. I'm not dimming. And so I'm saying this to you. It doesn't matter, good, bad, ugly. Don't matter. You go in those rooms and you dominate, right? You be who God called you to be in those rooms. Who
Yep.
like it, don't like it. They can go talk to the Father. He the one who created. Hey,
That's
you
all I
not.
have to do.
Hey, go upstairs. Go to your upper room or wherever your room, your prayer closet, or wherever closet, Buddha, whatever you may decide to do. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? Go
Yep.
talk to your maker, because I'm not gonna.
Mm-mm.
I got to
No.
show up and be me, and that's what I love about you, Krystal. You, like I said, the day one A1. We connected, man. You are super special, and I want you to know that. And you just know, if I can help you, I know we haven't talked about your nonprofit. I'm gonna let you talk about your nonprofit.
I
If
will
I
talk.
can help you any kind of way, we can help you connect. Advertise. I know you have like auctions and all this stuff. Whatever I can do to help you, just know I'm down like full flat tires to a Cadillac,
Love it.
stocking cap to waves, swim shorts to your. I got you, boo. I promise. I got you.
I love it.
You know what I'm saying? So Shelly is saying, is there a ball this year?
There is not. 2025, I decided to take a break, a hiatus from Next Stage. I mean, it's still there. It's still operational. People can still donate, but I decided to pause on the scholarship. I decided to pause on the ball because I need to rethink what I want to do, what I really, really want to do. I know that I want to help people, right? So I created Next Stage to help people. I joined the Rotary Club of Alpharetta to help people. And but what I've realized is that with Next Stage, I was not only having to beg people for money, which is fine because that's fundraising, so all good, but I was having to beg to give away the money. I was
Mm,
having to beg for people to apply for scholarships and take scholarships. And the first year I thought, well, maybe they just don't know about it, right? And then the second and the third year, I got a couple of scholarship applications, but it was really a grind to do that. And I have so much power in my bones and so much capability to be able to help people and lift people up that I want to do it with a population that's appreciative, that wants it, that is that's coming for it, that will, like, all you got to do is send up the flag and they running for it, right?
wow.
So that's what I'm trying to figure out, is how do I restructure, okay?
Mm,
Because I did some work in Mexico about 2 months ago. It's a couple, they have a couple Mayan villages there that you think, you look around poor places here and you like, oh, they poor. Now you go there and look, it's really poor. It's
mm,
really, different, like to the point where they don't have electricity or running water or clean water, things like that, things that we take for granted, because the poor places here have those things,
yeah,
right? And we have programs, as much as our government might be for good or bad, whatever it is, we
right.
do have programs that will help people. They don't have that there. They don't have it in Mexico and in Panama. They don't have government assistance with schools. I didn't know that the schools there, they don't provide lunch. They don't provide breakfast and lunch for their children. They don't do that.
Oh
So if mom
no.
and daddy don't have enough to send you to school with it, you just don't eat. So it's things like that that I'm learning as I go international, because that's a passion of mine, is travel, right? And as
Mhm.
I travel, yeah, I want to experience some of the good touristy things, but I'm more of a person that I like to get on the ground where the locals are and really experience what it is to be in that country and really understand what that is, right? And that's what I do. And I use the Rotary Club to help me with that, because wherever I go, I have family, because there are Rotarians at Rotary clubs all over the world, and I connect with them when I go to those countries. So anyway, long story short, I'm in this village called El Sase, and it's about 45 minutes south of Cancun. They had an angel donor Her mother passed away, left her some money. She took that money and built a community center for this village. So
Mhm.
that's a great start, right? But like they still need ability to go to school. They only have K through eighth grade there.
Mhm.
And if you want to go on to high school, you have to find transportation and go to the closest city. And then you still have to pay for the tuition to go to high school.
Wow.
Right. So we take that for granted here.
Yeah. Yep.
So anyway, long story short, I'm trying to figure out how do I redirect this because those people, we just did a shoe drive. We just took shoes and socks for the kids. And the parents showed up with the children and they were so grateful. They were so appreciative. And I mean, they showed up in droves, Makisha. There was a
Mhm.
line down the road, and I say road because it's not paved.
Right.
It's just dirt, and they waited and they dealt with my bad Spanish and worked with me
Oh,
to fit their kids for socks and shoes. But they were really, really appreciative, and that's when I felt it in my heart. I was like, I need to do something for
yeah.
these people.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
again, I'm trying to restructure to see what I can do there, and then also in Panama.
Yeah.
But that's where my passion is because again, I want to help people that cannot help themselves and is truly appreciative for it. Um,
Mhm.
so yeah, so that's where next stage is. So short answer, Shelly. No, not a ball this year. Don't know what next year looks like yet, but I
Yes.
promise I will blast it from the rooftops once I get it all
Definitely.
structured and laid out.
Yes. So let us know, right? Because again, we want to make sure that we partner with you and help you donate stuff, whatever we can do. Because again, we one person, one hurt, we all hurt. It is we
Right.
have to get over the separation, right? We're
We're all
humanity.
people.
If I cut you, you bleed red. I cut me, I bleed red. At the end of the day, we're humanity, and it has to be crossed. So whatever we can do to help you donate, whatever, we are here to help support you. Because again, you doing something good, and you begging people to take money to do something to help themselves.
That was yeah.
Lord Jesus, that's all I can say. Like the country,
Generation now. I will
Lord,
say
Lord Jesus.
that.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, listen, I this has been so much fun, man. I mean, this has been so fun. To just see your heart, to again to give you your flowers, to share your journey. I heard your story when you came to our corporate world, and you did a session, and you went through your timeline and you showed us. And you said one thing you did say. You said when you got laid off, you said you still worked and did things because it wasn't just a layoff. You went to school, got your degrees, your certifications. You called it a name. I can't remember what you said though. You called it a name. You said something about
One name I have was Life Vacation, but
that's it. That's it. That's it.
that was my life vacation.
That's what you said. I was like, I never thought about that. You know what I'm saying? You took your
That was
life vacation.
I mean, listen, I know that nobody wants to be laid off.
Yes.
The first time it happened to me, that was the first time I'd ever been laid off, not by my own choice, right?
Mhm.
And I was like, huh, okay, these are opportunities. What can I do with this time? So, like,
Yes.
I learned how to play the system because, and it's so funny now when I talk to people because I was on the board at the Drake House for a couple years, and I would, teach people and tell people to apply for your food stamps first or
Yes.
to go
Yes.
apply for your unemployment. And
Right.
they're like, really? Yeah. Because see, the government likes to play with you.
Yeah.
And so if you go apply for unemployment first, they're like, oh, you make too much money. You can't get
Yes. Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
who? I'm on unemployment. Okay, okay. So the second time around, I had learned, right?
Yes.
And so
Yes.
then I figured out how to do it. But it's funny because those people at the Drake House, especially my other people on the board, well, how
Mm-hmm.
do you know these things? I said,
Uh-huh.
because I'm always this person. I don't know where
Yes.
I am today.
Yes. I love that.
So
I
now it's
love that.
learning and it's growing and it's grinding. And I've been to all those different places, right?
Yes.
And now
Yes.
I share my information because I want other people to not have to go through what I did. I want to teach them so that they can do something better, be ahead of the game. Because sharing is caring, as I always tell people, and that includes information.
Listen. You are definitely not a gatekeeper, friend. You, I send a message to you like, hey, can you tell me what? You be like, girl, let me tell you, go read your X, Y, and Z, blah, 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 blah. You are definitely not a gate. And the thing, this is okay. Okay, gatekeepers, stop it. We got AI now. We can learn anything. Stop it. Now we're not asking for your secrets of your sauce that your nana them gave you. Okay, we ain't trying to get your secret sauce. And honey, there's enough money in the world for everyone. I'm
And
not, this is
opportunity.
my example. We got Wendy's got chicken sandwiches. We got McDonald's got chicken sandwiches. Now I'm about to go into my Baptist preaching.
Amen. Amen.
We got Chick-fil-A with a chicken sandwiches. Okay? They all making money selling chicken.
That's right.
What's the problem? They got their own secret sauce. Who cares? Why you got to gatekeep, bruh? Listen, I don't want to run your lane. I ain't trying to compete. I got my own lane. But if you know something that can help me do something better,
Yep.
instead, I'm going to let her fall. I'm going to let her figure it out on her own. Guess what? I am.
The opportunities, the information that I have, I will always share because
Yes.
it's not mine to have. Now, what is mine, like no matter how much I tell you, right? No matter how much I tell the next person, Billy, Sally, whoever, no matter how much I tell them, they can't be me. And that's the intangible thing, right? My personality, my wit, my know-how, my flow, like they can't be me. So there's no need me holding on to information and trying not to help them because I want to help them be the best version of themselves that they can be. Because it's enough out here for everybody. It really is. And we're creating more every day. So there is
Period.
no need to be a gatekeeper.
Period. Okay? I mean, just stop it, please. And especially if we're running this, if I'm in podcasting, you're in bro, do you not, when you go on YouTube, do you not see how many podcasters are in this global world?
Absolutely.
I asked one person, how do you monetize? Well, you got to go and take my 1990, bruh. I get it, right? Everybody's trying to come up. Everybody got to hustle, right? But you telling me the little bit of information, this is what you do. Patreon, bruh. Everybody ain't doing. It reminds me of back in the day when everybody used to sell Avon and Mary Kay. If
Yeah.
we selling, if everybody's selling Mary Kay and everybody's selling, who the consumer? Who we selling to? You know? I'm just
I did
saying.
that too, by the way. So I was a Mary Kay saleswoman back in 2003. I was the side hustle queen. You hear me?
Girl, everybody want that pink Cadillac.
Right. I was like, yeah, I was on it until I got bored.
Woo.
I was like,
Shout out to the Mary Kay people. I hope you're making it. But I just don't understand why we feel like, I mean, again, I know you put up I don't mind supporting you and your brand and your business and all that stuff. But if somebody comes, oh, I got this course for $50. Okay, that's fine. But what about, can I have a 30-minute free consultation? I got to pay for that too?
yep.
Just chill out, bro. Chill out. I mean, we don't want your secret sauce. We okay. Nana and them gave it to you and told you not to give it to nobody. We okay. But the found so to be like, hey, try this. Oh, you know what? You don't need to do that. You try this. Iron sharpens iron.
That's right.
I ain't trying to make my blade a machete and you got a butcher knife or a butter knife. You know what I'm saying? That's work with me here.
That's right. That's right.
Oh my gosh. So again, I appreciate you. Of course, you know I had to get you some laughs in.
You
Make this
did. My
I told you it was gonna have some abs after this. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I wanted to make sure you share your journey with people and encourage people. So let everybody know where they can find your social medias if they choose to, if they are wanting to find information on your organization, Next Stage. How can they find you out here in these streets?
Oh, you asking a lot of information. Let's see here. Okay, let's start with the website www.nextstagecustoms.org. And then, of course, we have socials, Next Stage on Instagram, Next Stage Customs on Facebook. And then personally, you can always find me at Krystal Brown, and you will see me in front of the Brooklyn Bridge on Facebook. That's my background. And also on LinkedIn, Krystal Brown, and that's with a K. So feel free to follow me or connect with me. And of course, if you ever need assistance or help or advice, I will always be here.
I love you, Crystal. I appreciate you so much for you're the first Testimony Tuesday and you killed it.
I am. I'm the first.
You're the first
I love it.
Testimony Tuesday and you killed it. And it started off by your name being resound in a room to this moment. So just again, just keep your head up. No, we got your back. If you
Absolutely.
need me, again, I'm down like four flat tires to a Cadillac. I got you.
Look, I got you on speed ping.
Yes, and I'm here to help you because at the end of the day, I just want you to win. I want you to get all what God has for you. And when you win, I win, friend. When you win, I win because I know you ain't the gatekeeper. You gonna be like, friend, try to do this, do that, do this, do that. And I'm such appreciative for you sharing your story. First time testimony Tuesday
I
with us
love
on the dumping ground.
you. I'm always here for you, whatever you need.
Yes, I know you are, and I appreciate you so much. People have been saying so many comments. Shelly is like, all you do is win. Oh my God, I love her so much. And look at, let's go, Jesus. She's so funny.
I love it.
A great job, successful Tuesday night, testimony Tuesday night. I love this girl. They got you, girl. Listen.
I love it.
They are out here telling you, like I said, I can send you the recording too, and you can
Please.
upload it to your social media. Also, it will be available on all podcast outlets tomorrow, and it's on our YouTube channel. And follow, subscribe, and I'm so proud of you, friend. You out here doing your thing, and just know we got your back. Like
I
when you
love it.
need us, we're here for you. And we appreciate you sharing your journey with us tonight. Girl, you got so many comments. Lord Jesus! They love you, honey. They love you.
Oh, thank you, Shelly.
They love you. They said they really love you. They are pouring in. So again,
I love
we
it.
appreciate you so much tonight. And again, I don't want to waste any more of your time. We will connect again, my darling.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Blessings Unlimited. Peace out, Girl Scouts.